It's what is it? It's Tuesday, right? Oh, it's a Tuesday. Kind of rush the week. Yeah, I know exactly why. Keep it running. Good morning, DJ Audley. Good morning, Jody. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Bridge Nation. My name is Richie B. Right now, it's time for us to go to our next feature.
And it's WTF.
What the fact?
All right. So the first black woman and first Jamaican to win a world swimming title is none other than Alia Atkinson on December 6, 2014, when she won the gold in the 100-meter breaststroke at the FINA World Short Course Championships in Doha, Qatar, making her the first black woman and first Jamaican, as said, to win a world swimming title. Now, to make her accomplishment even more impressive and historic, Atkinson equaled the world record of 1 minute 2.36 seconds.
Really proud of that young lady.
Yeah,
trust me, she has done well.
Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big up herself.
Oh yeah, she has made us proud so many times. And we're proud of her. Thank you very much for that story in WTF, and congratulations to a darling of Jamaica and sports, Alia Atkinson. Yeah, big stuff. All right, it's 27 now, past the hour of 6 o'clock. That was
WTF. What the fact?
Yeah, get them all.
All right, Bridge Nation, here we go on. Justin Bieber. Yeah, man, we know the Biebs. Well, apparently, the man consider retirement. Yeah, man. So as we know, Justin Bieber in late February made a not so surprise announcement when he cancelled the remainder of his Justice tour dates due to ongoing health issues. The reason why the news didn't come as a surprise to many is because Justin has been very open about his battle with Ramsay Hunt syndrome, a condition that left him suffering from facial paralysis. Now, in a video posted to his Instagram in September, he explained how his health was ultimately going to be his priority for the time being. But now, with the cancellation of his Justice tour, an insider told sources that the 29-year-old may not be returning to music altogether, a decision which may also be influenced by his recent move to sell his catalog for $200 million. Justin hasn't felt right with the world for some time, and his stardom weighs heavily on him, the insider said. Even his therapist says if what he's doing makes him unhappy, he should make the hard decision to set it aside. So big decision for Justin.
Yeah, big is right.
Yeah, enough of them
rich
artists,
and happy.
And enough of them artists, I would them say them retire. Sometimes
take a break, really.
That's like a break.
Come back with a bang.
Yeah. So, but health over everything. So.
He has had his health challenges.
Yeah.
But we have to highlight the fact that he sold his catalog for some $200 million.
Yeah, man.
That puts him in a great deal of comfort as far as his finances are concerned. And he continues to rake in some decent royalties from all those works that he has done through the years. So if he feels like maybe taking a break, if it leads to a full retirement, then so be it. He has really done a good amount of work and has satisfied a lot of fans in his time.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But we wish him well.
That's right.
All right, that's Justin Bieber. We also want to highlight a story relating to Drake.
Oh boy.
Who's also Canadian. Drake decided to party with TV mogul 50 Cent in Miami and ended up missing the performance of at Lollapalooza in Brazil. So the Brazilian fans were left disappointed after the rapper missed the event on Sunday night, and Drake was set to headline the massive festival, but for some reason he did not make it to Brazil. The publication is insinuating that the rapper's night on the town in Miami on Saturday with 50 Cent might have had something to do with his not being in Brazil. The publication, they reported that Drake and 50 Cent were seen partying it up in Miami at Booby Trap on the River, a popular strip club. And they were there until way into the wee hours of the morning.
That's right.
Drake was set to headline Lollapalooza with artists such as Rosalia, Tove Lo, and Armin van Buuren. But at the last minute, the festival announced that he would be replaced by Skrillex. The last-minute ditch was also not welcomed by fans who have been quarreling online and demanding a ticket refund from the festival. The festival explained that the artist set was not ready and his performance would have been affected. Yeah, right. As a result, only the 3 ticket holders may, in fact, apply for a refund. So his absence has caused quite a stir and a lot of problems for the promoters of the Lollapalooza. Big festival in Brazil that attracts thousands. And I guess he was out late, having fun. Couldn't wait, maybe. And giving a refund is not a big issue for Drake with the kind of money that he has, but he would have left a lot of fans quite disappointed.
Yes, his fans, man.
Yeah, and remember, nothing is a secret now because social media is there, and someone's going to post something to show that they were either near to Drake or with Drake at the venue, and oh boy, timelines can tell.
Yeah, and then
you can't hide these days.
And then even poor 50 Cent, you get drawn tonight now. 50 just to enjoy for himself. 50 now on the show. As far as we know. So I mean, 50 get drawn tonight. No, 50 are your fault. That them I go saying. 50 is all your fault.
Yeah.
I see that.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Well, let's see what Drake says. Maybe he will just simply say, "Look, I'll do a free concert in Brazil and make up for all of that." He can afford that. Yeah. So we'll see how it all turns out. All right. 24 now before the hour of 7 o'clock. That was
Update.
Right now, it's time for the proverb of the day. Here it is.
Fire the mus tail, him think a cool breeze.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
Fire the mus tail, him think a cool breeze.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember.
You know what a mus is?
No, we used to just say it during speech and drama back in my prep school days, but we never know me I talk, sir.
A moose? No, rat. I want to look at rat.
As well? Or mongoose?
Or it can be.
It's like a rodent looking thing.
Yeah, one of them looks something.
Okay.
Rodent?
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's a mus.
So,
Okay, I never knew that. Thank you so much. You see, that's why I like that little segment there, because, you know, me used to say them thing at JCDC and them thing when I'm young, and I said, I don't know how I'm talk about, but we'll get the medal them do.
What do you mean?
So yeah, fire there mus tail, him think a cool breeze.
Yeah.
See how fast we say that? Yeah, man, become a teacher them back in the prep school days. The meaning, many times in our naivete, we remain unaware of the impending danger until it actually overtakes us.
Uh-oh. So that's the case of a gross misinterpretation. A fire out there, you think a cool breeze? Let me serve you.
Well, you mix up the two.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
How can you not feel that?
Yeah,
exactly,
man,
boy.
Heat and cool breeze are two different things, that, brother. But
away your tail, make out.
mus.
Chano. Well, that is what it means when you hear that proverb. That was the proverb of the day. Now, we move to the pet peeve of the morning. And pet peeves are things that others do that you may find irritating, upsetting, or very often you find them quite annoying. And today's pet peeve is from one of our the members of our Bridge Nation. And let's hear it.
Up and go. Good morning.
Good morning.
My biggest pet peeve.
What is it?
Or one of my pet peeves is
Tell us.
people who see you online, especially WhatsApp, and believe that is an invitation to call you or have a conversation with you. We don't always want to talk to somebody that's over there on WhatsApp. Sometimes we just watch out people's status and entertain ourselves. We don't necessarily want to have a conversation with somebody. People tired, people drained. Sometimes people just want to be by themselves.
Amen.
Not because they see somebody online means they want to talk to you or that they have to talk to you. Stop taking things so personal. People go through stuff. Just, before you make a call, at least send a message to say, hey, Wagwan, can I call you? Yeah. It's not an invitation for a conversation all the time you see somebody online. My big pet peeve, people thinking that they just have total access to you all the time.
Imagine them people that look and say, should up online, get her.
But what burn me when them go so boops, them see it online, them shut a message, yo, and you not answer them call. Then I say, no,
Then
no,
listen.
that can't work.
And you not answer them, call again.
Call again.
Yeah, listen, if you're online, Yo,
You said
what do
You
you
could be doing a whole lot of
in
things.
social media context, if you're online, you mean you're
Oh, you
open
mean?
for a discussion.
Oh, you mean?
Nah, sir. That means
Why
WhatsApp, you need to remove that. So, see, the same way you can take off the whole
What you mean, last
the
scene-
last scene thing, you
last
can
scene?
remove
Yeah.
that blue tick feature. You
Yeah.
need to can remove that online thing. That, you know what I mean? So
No,
you can choose.
no, you can.
You can. We need to go
Yeah,
look
man,
into
you
it. I
can.
can read it up.
You can.
Come on,
Believe me, I know a couple
That's-
of people who are literally off.
So I don't.
So they're online, but,
But
they're
they can't see it.
offline.
But there's a disadvantage to it because guess what? They can't see you either.
Oh.
Oh.
Right.
So
you choose-
like
you choose,
you
yeah.
give with one hand, take it back with
Right.
another.
So it's give and take. I mean,
That's
you
all.
can't see them.
What's up, WhatsApp?
They-
Nah, sir. Nah, it from nobody.
Yeah.
Straight. I take back my statement. Man, I had nothing. If you see me online, I'm
Yeah.
gonna answer you just bill. And I'll get back to you. I agree with the listener. Some
Yeah.
people, yeah.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not necessarily an invitation to treat or,
Yeah.
or to converse or
Sometimes I don't
to
even know somebody online.
have a you know what I mean?
I don't even know somebody online. Sometimes
Because
WhatsApp web.
people are online doing all kinds of different things.
Yeah, but
Sometimes I
guess
left
what?
WhatsApp web on the laptop.
No, but guess
and
what?
Yeah, all about
Yeah, what?
something.
Yeah, what am I say? All are ill.
No, man.
No,
Sometimes some full conversation.
more than that.
Money begging and sort of thing.
And
Food begging. Yeah, it's like, I try to drain the energy.
yo,
Yeah.
All are ill.
it is a pet peeve of some people, obviously. Is it one of your pet peeves, Bridge Nation? We would love to hear from you. Now, the Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, says it will begin issuing e-passports as of Monday, the 3rd of April. This high-security electronic document, PICA said in a news release, is part of its effort to secure the identity of Jamaicans and the Jamaican travel document. At the same time, the agency said the passports that have been previously issued are still valid until the date of expiration, and there's no need to change them. Now, this e-passport, we understand, is a robust biometric document with added layers of security that can aid in the fight against new and emerging threats to identity theft and national security. There will be no increase in fees, and an e-passport is described as an electronic machine-readable passport with an embedded microchip. I pause. And that microchip stores a digital version of the holder's biographical data. So that is the preamble. We have a gentleman who is in the know speaking to us this morning in his capacity as the Chief Executive Officer of PICA, Passport, Immigration and Citizenship Agency. Mr. Andrew Wynter is our guest at this time. Good morning, Mr. Wynter.
Hi, good morning, Richie. How you doing?
Not too bad at all. I also have with me Shelz, who will have a question or two for you. Thank you for joining us.
No problem.
All right. What influenced or advised this decision to go the route of the e-passport?
Well, Richie, over the years, many countries have been going this route because passports or travel documents have been targeted by criminals and organized crime. And in fact, over the years, we have seen where there's a growth in travel documents being stolen, and persons use those stolen travel documents to get other identification in attempts to enter other countries. So just over 100 and between 50 or 60 some countries have actually migrated their operations to e-passport, including 11 members of the CARICOM group. And as such, it's logical that Jamaica too has to take the necessary steps to ensure that our passport is also in taking steps to protect itself. Because remember, your passport is almost like a national pass for you when you travel overseas. So we have to reassure our overseas partners that, look, we are taking the steps to ensure that our passports is not a document that can be tampered with, and it is not easy for persons to access it, and provide protection for the Jamaicans as they travel overseas.
Mm-hmm. Will it be optional then for persons to choose between the e-passport and the handheld passport going forward?
No, we are going to be migrating fully over to electronic e-passports. That's a passport with a chip. Just like just over two decades ago, we had a handwritten passport, and then we migrated to the machine readable passport, because the International Civil Aviation Organization has kind of mandated that it is recommended that most countries now adopt the e-passport, because that organization sets the standards for the travel documents and set the guidelines and kind of encourages countries based on the global trends that they are seeing to move towards e-passport. So now, when we move towards e, we are going to now move out of that. But remember, the e-passport does have that machine-readable aspect of it, So the biodata page of your passport, which is machine-readable, will still be there. But the good thing is that even though they read it, the machine-readable aspect, and they see your information, you now have the electronic chip where your data is now encrypted and encoded on that chip, and that is now used to validate your identity, so they know that this person, Richie B, who is in front of them, is actually Richie B. Mm-hmm. Imagine somebody tried to take your passport, take out the biodata page, and land in Miami and say, I'm Richie B. We can't afford that.
No, we can't.
Now, Mr. Wynter, you mentioned that given the added layers of security, it definitely aid in the fight against new and emerging threats, especially when it comes to like cyber security and so on. But sir, you know the thing go with all AI out there, people can all change your voice and all these things. Will there be a move from PICA to help with like a nationwide campaign to help inform citizens that listen, you can trust this?
Yes, man, we're going to educate and inform the public, and we're going to encourage the public, because identity theft, and we have seen that happen in Jamaica, where people try to spoof your credit card and your debit cards, and it is important that we help to educate and inform, because you're right, many persons sometimes are afraid of new technology and don't understand the benefit and how the new technology actually protects them and ensures their identity. So identity theft is something that we definitely will be working with the radio stations and the media to promote, to ensure that person's identity are protected. Yes, there's AI out there, and as such, we always have to be stepping up to the plate, understanding, so we can ensure that whatever we put out there, right, is robust enough. Because it's not just a chip. The passport itself, we have upgraded the security features of it so that we can ensure that this document, when you put out this document, your passport, persons know that, yes, this is an authentic document.
Mr. Wynter, how is this document stored?
Well, when you get your passport, it's something that we have encouraged everybody, you must store your passport in a safe place. And not, when I say safe, not just from theft, but safe from environmental hazards. We have had so many instances where persons come to us, they leave their passport in their pants pocket and the washing machine washed it for them. Right? And it damages the passport. So it's important that you store your passport in a safe place and in somewhere that is not exposed to a lot of harsh environmental things. And also, it's best, as you know, because of violation, I wouldn't say keep it away, because that doesn't affect it. But it's important that you keep your passport in a safe place and properly protected. Years ago, I saw a lady come in with her passport, and I tell you, she had that passport for 10 years, and she kept it so safe and secure, you'd think it was almost brand new.
Maybe she didn't travel that much, though.
Well, she traveled a bit, but the thing is, she always made sure she secured her passport and kept it in a place and took care of it. I mean, Richard, I'll share with you, sometimes I see persons bring birth certificates to the office applying for their passport, and the care of these very important documents. I mean, when you see how the documents are torn, they are crumpled. I mean, persons need to understand that these are important documents, just like your passport, and you must ensure that you care it and protect it. You know, 'cause if you damage it, that is going to impact your ability to use it.
So, what do you hold? You hold on to what is pretty much a small microchip, and does it come in a casing?
No, man, that will be embedded in the passport. We have two type of electronic machine-readable passports. You have some that come with a polycarbonate biodata page where the chip is embedded in that. And you have some passports where the chip is embedded in the cover, right? As such, when you have your passport, it will look like any normal passport. But there'll be a logo on the passport which shows that this is a passport that has a microchip with it.
So, someone was asking a while ago if it's similar to how you have a credit card with a chip.
Yeah.
Well, maybe eventually, maybe in the next 20 years, you know, as it migrates through the various stages of evolution, and as Shelz says, with digitization and advanced technology. I mean, one day in the future, your passport will be on your phone.
Wow. In our lifetime, you think?
Yeah.
I am not sure. It depends on how old you are. If you are 25,
Maybe.
and 50 years, maybe.
Are you anticipating a backlash with this move, though? Because we know that when you hear words like microchip, there's a certain segment of our society that automatically they start riling up and having suspicions. And how will you counter those arguments?
Well, I think it's about education and informing persons. Our biometric that we are using is what we already are using, which is your face. We are not using iris or fingerprint. So what we have to reassure the public is that we're not, when we say we're using biometric information, we're looking at your face, and you're already using your face, which is your picture in the passport. And that is the information that will be encrypted and encoded into the chip. We are not taking your iris scan, we're not taking your fingerprints. That may come down the road as we seek to even strengthen more, because to strengthen a person's identity, you have to look for the unique features, which is your fingerprints, your iris, and your face. All right? So in this phase, we're only looking at using the same features that we would have used for to get your passport. Right, which is your picture and all the information you provide us. And that is the information that is stored. And you're right, as the education of persons to know that what we're using and that this is no threat to you. And we're not really going in any way into anything significant, but we're using what you're used to using. You use your face for your driver's license, your voter registration ID, and those are the things that we're going to be using to in the passport, and that is the information that will be encoded on the chip that is placed in the electronic machine-readable passport.
Yes. Mr. Wynter, I have 30 seconds. Can people reach your office on with a number or go to a website to get more information?
Yes, we will be posting information on our website, and they can read up more about it.
And what is the website address?
www.pica.gov.org.
Okay.
No.
Sorry?
.gov. No, www.pica.gov.jm.
All
Sorry.
right. We got it. I want to thank you. And of course, Bridge 99 FM, with our reach across Jamaica and across the Jamaican diaspora, would be willing to assist you as you go along to get this word out there to Jamaicans. I want to thank you, Mr. Wynter, and have a good day.
You too. Thanks much.
All right.
thanks.
All the best. Bye-bye. All right. That was Mr. Andrew Wynter, who is the Chief Executive Officer of PICA, talking about the movement toward the e-passport here in Jamaica.
Today, we have recording artist Kxng Izem in the building. Now you're all going. You see that, General? Yeah? in the year 2021, you understand, the Kxng J was awarded the New Coupe Breakthrough Reggae Artist of 2020 by the premier cultural collective Dubwise Jamaica. Big up all of Dubwise. And of course, the following month, Kxng Izem released his first studio recorded project titled Wildfire. which grew a lot of traction and was placed on numerous playlists on Apple Music and Spotify. Now, ever since then, the man put in the work and considers his music to be a unique combination of reggae and dancehall fused with the influential sounds of prominent world music, particularly Afrobeats and rap. So Richie, is definitely an honor having Kxng Izem in the studio this morning. Well, go on, brother.
Yeah, man, my day, man. Blessings and
welcome, King.
Having me. Yes, respect, Mr. Richie.
Yes,
B.
enough respect, man. I have to get to the way your name is spelled, though, because you know, I mean, we had a good little chat off here.
Yeah.
Audley was not here at the time when we were talking, but
true.
him would have referred to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Did have
you remember that black hero or something? And
BLVK, man.
BLVK, man. So King, I make sure I ask you before I come on the air and talk about it.
Yeah,
you actually spell your name Kxng Izem, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So, and that is pronounced in your terms, Kxng Izem. Why do you feel more and more artists like yourself, very often younger artists coming into the game, find it necessary to have a unique way of spelling their names? I mean, is there something to be gained from it?
No, not really. It's just a generational thing. I mean, we come from a generation where we do things like that, more eclectic kind of things. So we really just use that to represent our time. And for me, say, when you talk about reggae music or Jamaican music, Bob Marley are the Kxng. So for the new generation, Kxng Izem are the Kxng.
So you know that I MC a lot of shows, right?
Yeah, man.
Can you imagine if I MC go out there and I struggle Kxng Izem?
Yeah, man. We thought about the risks as well when we were coming up with it. But, yeah, I mean,
but through mediums like this,
yes.
we are definitely getting the word out. It's actually Kxng Izem, spelled Kxng Izem.
No, Izem. No, I have to share that story. We know you're gonna laugh. So Richie, remember one time tell us I'm gonna go on show up in the hills there for the general Chris Malachi then.
Yeah, man, recently.
Yeah, man. Remember tell us about a problem with the parking, man.
Yeah.
I said somebody have to come save me. Izem, man. Yeah, man. I will give thanks to that day. So it's an honor I've been in the studio. But one thing we realize with the journey so far, brother, is that you're a young artist. You're doing your thing out there. What has the journey been like so far? Has it been a difficult one? How have you been navigating through the spaces?
Well, for me, the journey has been good so far. Difficult, yes, but as we said, it's something where we already expect. We study the game from we in school coming up, and we know say, the music business is hard. Can you even remember when we used to go to studios in the earlier stages? Like me and my brethren in high school, he used to work for a more established producer, and we would after him work for them on the days, like him would have give like a 30 minutes or an hour, if so much, for use the studio. So even sometime in a 30 minutes we record all 3 songs each. You get me? So yeah, so far like the journey has been good for me. It's an experience where I create a lot of stories for me tell. Yeah. And that are the greatest things. So it's inspiring just the same. So we can put that in a music, or we can come on an interview like this and talk to people and make them, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah.
Give thanks.
It's been really good.
Give thanks. So what would you say is, when I want to put you on the spot, what would you say has been the most fulfilling moment?
Moment so far. To be honest, every studio session for me, that are the fulfilling moment, because as I say, we have things inside of me we really need to get out as musicians. So whenever I get to create the music, and just like this project, Midnight Till Dawn, my current EP, 2 double EP, it's like just releasing them things and putting it out in the world, it feels really fulfilling. Because I mean, music and music, we are human, but my goal and my mission is to deliver good music and represent Jamaican music and Jamaican culture at the best when we can do it. Yeah.
Do you take that same passion that you have when you're creating the music to performing the songs that you create?
Yeah, man, definitely.
And are you as comfortable on stage as you are inside of the studios making the track?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it took a lot of time still. I mean, I've been doing a lot of free shows, like from 2015 till like now. I'm doing free shows. I can count the amount of shows by my hand. Like maybe 3 shows I've been paid for. But for me, as I say, it's a learning experience and it's growth, and we see the bigger picture. So we not even have to rush we say, yo, we need money or we not do no show. But any opportunity, come we grab them and just work with it. So
Respect.
You know, and that's a very important point because you really have to get out there and get the exposure and get and connect with the people at all different levels.
True.
And sometimes it's not for a fee, but it's really just to benefit from that level of exposure. I tell people all the while, Shelz, in my early days in radio, I mean, I'm driving from Kingston to Montego Bay. Let's say it's on a Friday evening, and if I reach out to Spanish Town and I hear a little sound string up on a plane, I just stop, brother. I just go over there and say, hey, what's up, massive? This is Richie B passing through and blah 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 and blah, blah. Run to a tune and I selector. You have all a tiger, you have a papa son. Give me just introduce a one tune and cut. And before me cut, me get all a list of names. And you see, Monday when I go back and read the brethren, the whole of them I get big up and you start that building that fan base and it works and they've stayed with you all these years. So you're doing the right thing.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I'm proud of you for that, brethren.
Yeah, man, give thanks.
I know enough of the money if them not see the food, the dollars, them not move.
Nah, makes sense. Let them say.
Yeah.
Now, so what you consider, you, as you say, you're rightfully on your journey right now. Is it a case where you as you say, you pre the bigger picture, but is that like do you do like a step by step, one day at a time? Because my question is, what's next for Izem? So I don't know if you have a long-term goal or you just do it step by step.
All right, to be honest, I always tell people this, no matter whichever interview I do. Kxng Izem is on his way to being one of the giants of Jamaican music. And in extension, the world. You get my message? So my thing right now is to just create the music and spread it as much as I can. So, as I said, the Midnight Till Dawn project is one of the wickedest. You gotta listen. It's a very good project as a new artist, and people that consider Kxng Izem as a upcoming artist. But when you listen to the project here, I can guarantee you say dep on a very good level as where a lot of the artists out there have. So really and truly, as I say, we just take the time, carry the music, package it in the best way, and give it out to the people in the best way that we can.
Give thanks,
man.
Give thanks.
I want to go back to where I started by asking about the name. And while you're talking, I was looking up Izem to see whether or not I could find a meaning. I came up with one, and I'm wondering if this is something that you have adapted in terms of choosing this name. Vibration full of life. You are uplifting, inspiring. In all that you do. Is that the kind of vibe with the name?
You know, to be honest, that's the first time I've heard that definition, but that definition really compliments me.
Okay.
So the word that the initial mean, it's actually a Swahili word that means lion, and as a Rastafarian and someone who connects themselves back with Africa, we kind of always try to represent our home and our ancestry. So when choosing a name, that was something that came in my mind as well. That definition really
uplifting and inspiring. So you can add that to it. Yeah, it's a good look. What are you working on now? What songs or projects are you working on?
So as my Midnight Till Dawn, which is a double EP, I'm not sure if it's the first time someone doing that in the music industry, but I released 2 EPs at the same time last week Friday, so that's March 24th.
Wow. That sounds new.
Yeah, man. Yeah, last week, that's Friday. So
yeah, but I'm saying releasing 2
EPs.
Oh,
yeah, for sure. So we released that last week Friday, and it's really getting a great reception. There's a single from it that's really taken off in the street, to a song called BBL. It's a very controversial song.
Can imagine, man.
But it's a song that's really doing well, and there's also another
body
song.
enhancement?
Yeah.
Okay.
Enough, man. I tell you, say enough for do it. So just clear this clear.
So it's the same topic, but you're warning against it basically.
Yeah, and that's on a modern 90s dancehall kind of sound, and it's really like people is really receiving that song. And there's another song called Good Prayers. Production on that song is crazy production. So
thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
So you don't know the thing going on, Izem, so we're gonna rinse the music.
Yes.
You see me?
So before you say that, Charles, just to be clear that for the listeners to understand, BBL really everybody laugh. I mean, it means Brazilian butt lift. For those who are not familiar with it.
Man. So when I say If you want, I can get a piece. It's
Yeah, weird.
you say, now if you do your body, you don't need no BBL. True, your natural, them a watch you like a CVM. Some a buy everything the doctor a sell, and them nah no assets. Tell them fi stop it. Now if you do your body, no fi impress the natty. Impress you got it, and me love you naturally. Them a group up and you watch them a rally, but them a ask you, your body a Bugatti. And anyway,
Where's it? Mix already?
yeah, man, it's on the project, man.
All
I
right.
even carry it on the top drive.
Jody, have
Right
it?
now.
Send on that quick and fast.
We have it on the top
All right,
drive.
we get it.
Yeah, man. Wicked.
Isaac, you say what go on now, see the people them just say that a while ago, you know. So right now the people them a flock the phone lines and say, where we can find Izem and his music. So let the people them know.
Yeah, man, it's Kxng Izem on all platforms, man. Kxng space Izem on all platforms. Yeah, man.
Brethren, it's great meeting the eye, and we wish you all the
man.
best going forward. You know what I mean? Keep in touch with us, and let's continue to monitor your progress and support you along the journey. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Anybody you want to say a big shout out to before you go?
Just big shout out to my entire team. 1024 Collective, KLX, Rhythm Boss, Shakespeare, Della Group. These are all the producers on the project as well. Ambrose from Hawaii. So yeah, just big up everybody. Big up all of the supporters and family.
Give thanks.
Give thanks.
Here's one of the songs from Kxng Izem. Introduce this one first, Kxng Izem.
Yeah, man, this song is called Gifted from the Midnight EP. Midnight Till Dawn EP just released. Gifted, produced by Ambrose Sweet Rush Music from Hawaii.